Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Black Prince Gaming. We're continuing off our Ethiopian game here for an achievement run attempt at the Red Sea achievement. So that's holding all the border territories of the Red Sea tile. We've won the civil war against the Italians. Well, not the civil war, but the war against the Italians. I'm just gonna leave. Hopefully, if these tick through, we'll get an option to have a peace deal with the Italians because we've held these states for so long, but we'll have to see. If not, we might have to go down this path and actually rely on the Soviets for the mediation. They may attempt to take control of us though, and we might become a puppet, which is kind of what I feared. I do think I messed up here by going down this pathway rather than going out a call out to the world, but I think the rifles was so necessary to help us crush the Italians, so it's kind of a risk-reward scenario. What I'm currently doing now is I'm improving relations with major powers, as you can see here, so I can then click this button and we can ask the British for naval vessels, which I think is going to be obviously huge. We're then going to improve relations with the Germans to ask for their U-boats, because we will need these ships to take Saudi Arabia, to take Yemen, for this achievement. So we're going to continue down that path and see what we can do. We've got all our forces just training up, making sure they're all level 3, well trained, and then we'll reorganise them hopefully after we get out of the war with Italy. But yeah, so yeah, I'll get into the video and hopefully nothing bad will happen. Famous last words. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's not an event at the end of this. It just gives us more buffs and the Italians more debuffs. Okay, here we go. Here's the risk. I thought... That's so bad. We don't even get... Okay, so I'm not a puppet of the Soviets. Oh no. Yeah, I become a puppet of the Soviets. And we don't even get this territory. Which is crazy to me. Surely we get that territory. Oh man. Okay, is there any way to get my freedom through this focus tree? Okay, so there's a couple things here to increase my autonomy a bit. So I guess we'll go down those. Oh, this really did not go well. Not good at all. And Aswa doesn't even exist, so I can't even do that. And then we can't do the French Somaliland one because that's locked behind this. Oh, that's really gone poorly. Okay, we're gonna see if we can pull it back, claw our way out of this. We may not be able to, in which case this will have to be a failed run, and we'll just play a communist Ethiopia game and see how that goes, because obviously I've already done the first part of beating Italy. Okay, unless... No, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a full restart. Obviously I'll probably leave in the same as what happened from the first one. The first video will remain the same. But we're going to have to do a complete rerun of this. So, yeah. Give me a second and we'll get back to this scenario. We'll beat Italy and we'll see what happens. Okay, so yeah, this took a lot longer than expected. So we are actually now into the Second World War. So yeah, we have managed to take some of the ports down here. We are now pushing out. It looks like Italy is moving their troops probably because they want to join the war themselves. So they are moving their troops on the front line. It's quite late to join the Axis, which I can only imagine is because they were still held up in Ethiopia. They weren't allowed to join. Okay, but there we go. Now you can see they've joined. I just want to try and grab the most important tiles just so that this hopefully land will go to me in the event of the peace deal. What do we get? Let's go with the peace, I guess. Yes, we just get far. See, that's not good either. Okay, so welcome back to heartsofiron 4, Black Prince Gaming. Just want to point out this is attempt number 6 of this run through. So seems like a good time as any to thank the person who suggested it, which was someone under the name of Lawyer on my TikTok. So if you don't look at my TikTok, look there as well. I post the shorts if you'd rather them in that format. But yeah, so we've kicked out the Italians, we've garrisoned the coast, and now we are going for peace negotiations. I really hope this works the way I think it should. We'll just speed up here, and hopefully this should go off. From what I've seen, because I did have to have a look at a little walkthrough after 6 failures, I thought maybe I'll have a little look. Finally, an end to the bloodshed. Eritrea, Somaliland, Jubaland, Afar become owner and controller. Game-based stability 15%. Okay, perfect. So we now are the owner and controller of these lands. Now, they do count as occupied states, but that's okay because we do get to try and push for the Horn of Africa. Oh, Afar is the core, which is cool. But yes, okay, perfect. So the war is at the end. World War II hasn't started yet. So that is now giving us some time to prepare, get ready. We're going to go down here to the point where we can hopefully purchase some destroyers and stuff. Let's just check. There's nothing more that I should be doing right now. Okay. So I can help push for independence from some nations. So maybe that's what I will do. That could be quite handy as well. 1,000 weekly manpower. Okay, I think for now we are going to continue down here where we can get a navy, and then we'll look to hopefully get that manpower gain. But that also means we're going to bring everyone round back to the capital, so that's great. So we did finally get the correct piece of event now with that war. So that's all I really wanted. We'll shift train the troops if they need it. Somalian independence. It's too risky. Okay, so the Second World War has kicked off. Germany has taken Poland. I have now requested some British ships, so hopefully we will get those. I don't know if they will because they're in a war, but we can hope. And then we're going to immediately try and get some German ones. Incredible, great. We've got a little bit of a navy now. Okay, and then we're going to try for German U-boats, and then it is trying for the Americans, I think is the next one. Yeah, so we'll try and grab all their ships and then hopefully have the stuff to go and invade Saudi Arabia and then sweep down, maybe take Yemen at the same time, who should hopefully both not be guaranteed, so that should be good. Yeah, and then we'll try and crush out the United Kingdom after a little bit of time, maybe after they've started fighting Italy or something. Or maybe we'll try and spark a rebellion somewhere in Kenya to try and distract their attention away. But yeah, alrighty. Okay, just wanted to jump back in. Considering I'm playing historical, now Denmark were a puppet of Germany. Then, just for some reason, right now, and we've got the heroic Denmark music, I think this is, but they just then flipped back to being Denmark, like democratic, and fighting against the Germans. So I think we might actually get a full capitulation of Denmark, because they did the puppet route and then seemed to flip straight back, which I find bizarre. Okay, let's see if we can get the German U-boats anyway, while they're busy doing this. Italy is actually invading parts of France there. Is it because Italy came into the war early? Well, I mean, that doesn't look good for him in Africa, because the German tanks aren't there yet from taking down France. But yeah, looks like we will actually get Denmark being taken out. Okay, perfect. There's another lot. And now we need to start improving relations with the US and hope they'll also give us some of their shipping. What is it they're going to give us? Destroyers as well. So it looks like we'll have a military of destroyers and a navy of destroyers and U-boats. Hopefully we just have enough fuel to run them for as we need with the naval invasions and just to protect ourselves a little bit. There you go, France has now capitulated, which I guess means... oh, it also means that Italy obviously is a little bit more secure here and they can then go fully into fighting the British. But yeah, it's just a really weird event chain seems to have happened there. I don't know if Germany will be able to break onto the islands as well, which will probably be a little bit difficult. Oh, all my navy's up here, isn't it? Yeah, because I grabbed it onto them. Okay, I'll have to rebase and sort that out once I get the US Navy. Okay, so I completely forgot you will need to research naval invasion tech, so I am just doing that. And then I am going to begin, so I have to sort of began justifying on Saudi Arabia. So we should be able to start to, you know, draw up our battle plans for naval invading. The war in Europe is going well, the war in Africa is actually probably not going the way I wanted it to, because Spain think I want Italy to do a little bit better, but then I guess I don't want it to do too well, because I need this land up here as well. So, might work out well, might not be the best. We're currently importing some convoys as well from the Germans to help our naval invasion, but also so we can continue to buy equipment en masse off the market, because I think that's really going to be our friend here, using the market to sort of get equipment. Because I think you always need convoys. Oh, actually you don't. I wouldn't from the Soviets, actually. The convoys would just be helpful for naval invading. We have our navy now all organised into submarines and into destroyers, so they can hold the Red Sea, the East African coast for our naval invasion. Should give us enough support. So yeah, we should hopefully be getting the invasion off soon, and I will cut to when that happens, unless something else majorly interesting happens before that. But yeah, the plan is definitely underway. Okay, so we're just about to get our declaration off, which means we'll be able to go in. Just went and had a quick side note as well as how I got this manpower. So there is, where are you? Sylvia Pankhurst, you can add to the government, which I'm pretty sure Sylvia Pankhurst was British, because she was part of the suffragist movement. So I've taken the negative stability to get 2% population growth, and then also the other way you can do that is you do get some bonuses to go down mass assault doctrine, and down here you can see we get 5% recruitable population, which I think in the situation you are is just so necessary, because especially if you keep the Chetet and strengthen them, you can only have 0.5% of your population as core, but then with those two you can see there's another 7% stacked on there. So yeah, we can get a huge amount of men out now, and it should be enough to help hold our garrisons as well as we take some of this land off Saudi Arabia. But yeah, here we go, we are in. The naval invasion has launched, that is great. Can we, to destroyers, give any kind of naval invasion support? I don't know, but we're going to shove them onto it anyway, just in case they can give a little bit of impact. They do actually, so that is good to know. They do give a little bit of shore bombardment, which is huge. At the same time as we've begun this war, we're going to quickly justify on Yemen as well. Start sort of justifying against them. Okay, you just see if you can fully encircle this guy in the port, or at least take Mecca as well, so we have that. Okay, perfect. Now, we want to remove this front line, we want to grab this, shove everyone over here, because we need to just send in everyone. So all 30 divisions now coming over, and we're just going to hope we can do sort of a little bit of a lightning offensive here against Saudi Arabia. Push across the desert, especially some of these, I think this is where the Chetet will come in handy, because they're irregular infantry, so they don't take up much supply, which means they should be very good in these desert regions here, as they were when we were fighting down in the south of Ethiopia. And obviously a lot of these guys will be veterans from that war. You can see here they are veterans or seasoned, so yeah, pretty good. Pretty good units to keep. Hold on. Okay, can we push towards the capital maybe? There we go, everyone's flooding in, get into where you need to go. See if you can't snake up to Medina there, some of these divisions. Keep pushing up. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. There we go, take the man. Okay, and what's our next focus? African wildfire, which means we're going to be able to start boosting resistance in states, which is what we probably want to do before we join the war with the British. You know, we're just going to have you like another 10 units maybe that can be deployed, because they will probably be the guys that hold up here. Okay, Saudi Arabia taken. Perfect. Let's take everything. No, I literally did not want to do that. Oh, I was literally just saying that we don't want to do that. Just did it automatically. But you know, we'll have to deal with those consequences then and there. Unless I could turn them into a puppet and then get them back through the... Oh well, you know what? We live with what we just did there. Definitely a major mess up, but it's okay. It's okay. We will win. Okay, and here we go. Here goes Yemen. So let's just grab everyone, tell them to snake right in. I'm just going to hit them as hard and fast as we can, and then pull everyone hopefully back to our nice fallback line back in Ethiopia. And then once we've done this, I mean, it's time for preparation against the Allies, really. So yeah, hopefully those will be a little bit easier to face. Okay. See if we can't just snake right round. Maybe open that combat width just a little bit. Get some more hits in there. Okay. Now we just completely open up the combat width on their capital. Lots of events flying. Lots of events flying. There we go. So the Germans have now gone in on the Soviets a little bit early, I think. Okay, that's always good because we want the Soviets in. Perfect. You guys then are going to shift and move up there. Everyone else is going to just attack where you can. We're going to crush them out of their capital. They should have nowhere to retreat to shortly once we get in there. They are retreating back, but that's fine. If they pull out of there, we should take the capital. That should be done. Perfect. Okay, we are going to take them. Oh, they have a couple screening ships as well, which will add to our destroyer fleet, so that's always good. I don't exactly need them anymore, but, you know, can't hurt. Okay, you're going to grab F1, pull F1 back. Oh, did we actually lose a unit there? We did. I think it was one of our Chatet, actually. Okay, so we're going to go here, let these guys deploy. And remove that again, and we can start building up for a second army. Okay, here we go. It's pretty much go time. I think we're just about to get our justification on the British. There we go, we're 3 days away. So this is it, sort of thing, like now or never really. We've boosted resistance as much as we can down here in Kenya, Tanzania. We've also done a bit in Uganda. Yeah, we're going to hope that maybe they rise up as well, because that would just kick out a huge amount of British forces. Let's also arm some people there in Sudan, although we don't want Sudan to rise up so much because we will be owning some of their land. Okay, so here we go. There's the justification. Okay. In we go. Now we're just going to take this nice and slowly here in the early war. We're going to try and win this for a lot of micro. Likewise down here, I just want to cut off their reinforcements. Push down and around. Attack him, pin him in place. You guys start heading out that way. Actually, no, you head that way while you two pin this guy in the port. Okay, how are we doing over here? We're going to just push straight in there, take that if we can. We're going to push in here if we can, take that. And how does it look up here on this border? You know what, we're just going to actually set this guy off to go. we will do then some micro around that, so microing up to the ports. I mean, you know, we could potentially try and just blitzkrieg this almost. That's sort of where I'm at with this. Okay, that division should be pinned in place, so we try and just snake around, hopefully get encirclements on them. You know what, we are just going to go for a general offensive across the line because, yeah, there we go, our troops are actually better in this desert terrain. Japan wants us to join their faction. We're going to decline that for now because I need this land. And you know what, it doesn't make sense for a communist nation to join a fascist Japan, so I'm going to try and be a little bit roleplay here, even though we are going for achievements. That we go perfect, those guys are dead. Let's make sure we crush out this final British division there. Okay, this is going well as well down here. Let's get a push going. See if you can't just snake round, wrap them up, almost make sure they're fully encircled. There we go, crush them out there. Perfect. Look at some of these. Look at some of this conquest up here. That's actually huge. You are going to try and help pin them in place. Maybe while you hold that supply hub. Push in there. You're going to push across. I mean, if you can get to Port Said, let's get across the strait there. You're going to hit him. You're going to hit him. Okay, there we go. Keep pushing them, keep pinning them. Continue to get in where you can. Let's try and crush these guys out fully. We're getting quite a few good little kills here on some British forces, which is exactly what we want. Come on. Crush them out of there, and then you can all join that front line. You guys as well, can you put any more firepower in, kick them out that port. These British forces are starving here in this desert. Perfect, take the fort. You guys are going to come in and up, you're going to hit him as well, so then we've got stuff coming in from all sides. Oh my god, and we lost 20 destroyers there. I mean, that was always going to happen. We were always going to be losing ships fast in this. We just need to hold on as much as we can. Improv expert, hopefully that stacks and gives them better movement speed. Here we go, pushing down into Lavender down here. They are obviously putting up a strong fight on this coastline. I would really love it if Kenya popped out now because we just need that. That would be so huge for us. I mean, let's see if we can't get guys out of Tel Aviv. Maybe we try and push in onto Jerusalem as well, because it's another supply depot. Okay, let's lower this to 4 speed as well, because we really need to focus here. You three, come on, please crush in, crush them out. You've taken them out pretty much. Perfect, that means you can all start moving to your front lines up in the north. I mean, up here I think it's safe to say this is going quite well. It's just a matter of... Oh, we just overrun a British division. It's great. I guess they are probably running low on supply considering we have Tel Aviv. We're still making ground up here, which is huge. We do need this Port of Sudan, probably major, although we did get this supply hub. So hopefully that's helping quite a bit. You are going to continue to help him there. You're going to try and snake around the Port of Sudan. Okay, pin these guys in here. Let's stop them retreating, get the encirclement on them. Okay, snake our men in, get in, get in. No, Liberia does not want to join. Can't even. Why would they not want to join us? I mean, it's not like we're at war with all of like the empires. I mean, see if you can't get to the Suez. That would be great. Okay, continue to support this offensive here. Let's see if we can't cut through a little bit as well. We are losing troops. I'm assuming that's just from pure, like, strength deleting almost of how much they're bashing into different groups. Are we at war with Belgium? Yeah, we are. Okay, but actually they're cut off now because of this base of Vichy France. So that's actually not awful. I mean, if we can continue to take ports down here, maybe continue to push for people to join us, for rebellions down in the south here, that could be quite big. Come on. There we go, another little push through. See if we can't just continue to pin some of these guys out, get a little encirclement. I mean, anything to just support our guys and just to help us conquer more land, really. Okay, we've finally taken out these US divisions. We have perfects. Let's go. Come on. And there we go, we're taking the Sinai Peninsula, which is huge. Let's support attack all sides, crush out this division. Maybe actually push in here where this guy's so low on strength, although a US division reinforced him. Yeah, let's continue to just sort of see if we can stoke that sort of anti-British sentiment in some of these lower down places. I mean, especially as they run out of equipment or their corps fighting on too many fronts, maybe they will lose to us slowly. Oh, look at this big encirclement here actually, where we cut them off the front line. Let's see if we can't get men in to win that encirclement, that would be huge. Okay, let's see if we can't crush them out of this tile as well, and also then those guys. Some of them go there, one of them stay and support attack, and then a few of you try and push straight across to Port Said, because once we're across that river and the Suez, that would be huge. Okay, come on. See if we can't counter click now, because they've clicked in. You guys get in there, defend. Hopefully. They have pulled more divisions in, so that's not great. Although, let's keep trying to push in and see if we can just make them stabilise. Same as we did with the Italians in the early part of the campaign. There we go. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They pushed in a bit more. There's nothing too major. Okay, we now hold Khartoum as well. That's great. I don't know if I want to pull out of this area actually. You know, like we could hold the Upper Nile maybe, but like just leave this bit and hopefully that flips to Kenya. That might not be a bad shout actually, thinking about it. Okay, you guys head in there, and then we're going to try and crush these divisions out of here, which would just be a huge loss for the British. Yeah, as you can see, we are getting up there on some of this scoreboard. 292,000 we've actually killed there. How many have we lost? Okay, I think we're on a positive KD actually against them. Once we crush out this pocket, actually, we should have a bit more of a secured couple front lines. Maybe we'll stop attacking for now, because like that is just not getting us anywhere. And we're going to pull the front line. Pull the front line back there. Cool. And we'll just do our best to hold where we can now. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think we just need to hold for a second. Okay, so I'm going to pull my troops out of Kenya. The resistance is getting very high, and I kind of want that to all hit maybe when the British get in, and also force them to hold some more garrisoned land, which would be a bit more difficult for them. I'm also going to take some more divisions over to Arabia, but I think the main decision I'm about to make is, it doesn't say in the achievement that I can't join a faction, So we're going to join the Japanese. I mean, it makes a little bit of sense because, of course, the Japanese would want to ally with anyone to help them win in Asia. So you know what? We're just going to go for it. And also, it's an achievement run. This isn't a roleplay game. We are trying to get an achievement, so we're going to take whatever we possibly can to help with that. We're going to try and as well crush out a few little divisions here and there, just to stabilise our front. Okay, so the British have completely broken through now, so I'm doing one last ditch attempt to just pull completely back, maybe to the mountains. Maybe we can hold out for a little bit of time there, but realistically I think it's safe to say this is, well, pretty much the end. Unless something crazy happens, I think, yeah, we are pretty much done for. Let's go for this, I guess. See if we can't get some more units out. Get some more guys into this tile, please. Come on. See if we can't just hold on. Yeah. So obviously we're losing all of our mills, all of our civilian factories, so we'll just be a pure can we hold in the mountains type game. Okay, so let's drag that in there instead. No one should be attacking at all. We just need to try and hold. I don't even know if this is enough core territory to be holding, to be fair. But we're bringing back all of the boys from Arabia as well. Quickly. Very quickly. Because we just need them in.
Look at you.
Hold for just a second longer before you pull back. There we go. Yeah, I do have a feeling we might capitulate. No, maybe we can hold this. I guess Ethiopia may have quite a strong surrender limit because of the war with the Italians. Come on, we can't afford to lose any tiles here. We just need to get in. You guys might as well all be under Haile Selassie because he is the better general. I mean, he's a level 8 general. Such a good general we got here. But yeah, I just don't think we had enough to take on the Allies when they were doing so well. I mean, let me show you the state of the world, really. It's 1943. Germany hasn't even made it anywhere near Moscow, Leningrad, or any of the main cities. It looks like Finland basically joined the war and came straight back out of it, which doesn't help with the whole Leningrad hold. Obviously France fell, but the UK has taken the islands here. They pretty much hold all of Africa except for this one small part. Japan is going in, but Japan did so poorly against China that China is already about to take out Japan. I don't know if that's with the help of some allied troops maybe running through, but obviously the fact that the British Raj is really threatened. They've taken Siam, even the island campaign. They took the Philippines, but haven't done too much else. The US is in. And I mean, I've been fighting US forces down here, so clearly they're not occupied with Japan at all. So yeah, it's kind of just all the RNG seem to go against me in this one. Come on, get into that tile. So yeah, I'm just sort of seeing if I can't do this final sort of hold almost. Yeah, just a final hold. See if we can't hold a bit of our own territory. I mean, worst come to it, I will probably 5-speed us and just see, you know, how the war progresses. I mean, because there is always the hope that the Axis suddenly pull it out, and then I could maybe sweep up some of this stuff in a peace deal if I'm just here, you know, holding like this. Because we are probably going to cause a lot of allied casualties. It's just whether, you know, we are strong enough now. Yeah, just really whether we're strong enough to keep this hold on, or just make it so annoying for the Allies to take this land almost. Especially because the supply will be pretty bad for them, so they can't bring in, you know, loads and loads of forces. I mean, I guess we can also continue to push these little uprisings. as well, which may help. You know, if some of these states pop up, that might be quite helpful, quite handy to us. But yeah, we're just going to hold out. And yeah, I will fast forward, and maybe we'll be right at the end of the game. But actually, this mountain hold is holding for now, but it's just purely a game of attrition. I mean, we don't have factories to keep producing guns, really, at a rate that we're losing them. Sure, we'll shove an infantry equipment manufacturer on them as well. And yeah, I mean, we have no trade connections, so we can't obviously access getting in any materials, so it will just be how long can we hold almost. But yeah, at least we can have that as a fun little game, and I'll update you on how long we hold. And yeah, but yeah, Japan's pretty much out. Germany has not done enough. Finland not rejoining is pretty bad. So unless suddenly the Germans manage to sea lion because the British Navy goes somewhere else, I think it's pretty much safe to say that this is done for. How is Japan's military? Yeah, they only have 115 divisions. Like, whereas, you know, let's look at China. China has about the same on their own. That's not with the warlords, who each have probably like 20 to 30 each on average. Germany obviously has like 300 divisions. The UK with like 200 and something. The USSR with probably around 300 as well. Yeah, so the fact that Japan lost this so heavily, especially because their divisions, you can see how they're holding against some of these units as well. But yeah, what have we got on this front line? So, Communist, Chinese. Oh, please tell me there's at least some British divisions here. There's no British divisions here. Are we losing the naval war? Doesn't even seem to be any enemy ships in these regions. A few over in some of these, but the actual Chinese coast, which they need for supply, there are no issues. Like, the British forces aren't even in there, which is what I thought the main issue would probably be. Here we go, they're starting to pin these units now in here, which means they can't reinforce these tiles, so yeah, this is our slow fall here, our slow collapse. We're about to get 2 land force and shower maybe on the capital, but yeah, no, I'm not going to deal with micromanaging to try and fix it. If the game fixes it, the game fixes it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It wasn't meant to hold. What I will stop though is anyone attacking, because if you're attacking out of any provinces, that is stupid. We are still getting units in some of these tiles, we're still holding. How much more do we have? I think if we lose that tile, it's over. Yep, there we go. We are capitulated. Yeah, so what are we now? Are we just a government in exile maybe? Is that how that works? I guess so. Or do we just not exist? I guess we're still alive because technically we're in Japan's faction, is probably what it is. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that we gave it a good try. I mean, 6 different attempts to get this correct peace deal, and then after getting that, it's just such a difficult achievement because you saw how early we pushed in. Like, the Allies were occupied. They still never crushed Italy out, which is mad to me, which probably shows you that the AI does tend to focus you. Obviously, Vichy now is supporting them, but since like 1940s, or even 1939, I think Italy were pushed back to this one port, so the fact that they didn't crush them out is madness, especially when they had full control of the Mediterranean. But yeah, like, we just had such a terrible battle. Like, we managed to take out the Arabian stuff. I mean, obviously we didn't get the puppet, but I don't actually think that really mattered in the end, because it would have shortened the front line to these 2 tiles here, but we still would have had a front line against these tiles. And if anything, these was more undefended lands that we could just take immediately. And then we even, like, we pushed so hard, we got all the way up to, like, well, we'd encircled the port of Sudan at one point. We'd also crushed them all the way down to the south here. And we'd encircled so many, and I just can't see how Germany and Italy then are struggling so much. I mean, you can see Germany has got this little prong now towards Moscow, but it's too little too late. I mean, the Russian industry is going to come online, and they're about to lose their only other ally who can be occupying anyone, and now all these forces in Africa that I was fighting, because they had about 2 to 3 divisions per tile at one point, which was a lot considering how many tiles they held. they're all going to be now prepping the next D-Day or prepping for Sardinia, or no, prepping for Sicily or Italy. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Germans are pretty much losing this. How does it look on the front line? I mean, we can't send attaches obviously, because that's not a possible thing to do when you're not really a nation, but yeah, like they just can't get to the major cities, which is such an issue. Yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I know it's a failure, but let me know if you want to see more. Let me know if you want to come back to this channel and challenge in the future. Not right away, but maybe in the future I'll give it another try. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know if you want to see more. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, a fun little side note to this is I did just sit here for a second and just sort of saw, why did Burundi join the Allies? I literally just flipped them independent. Ugh, that's annoying. But a little fun thing is they still for some reason have access and stockpiles of weapons, so I could just kind of continue to cause a little bit of nuisance down here and sort of push for people to flip. Down here, so like just kind of interested, can just kind of play around with this maybe, see what happens. I'm just going to continue to arm little uprisings. You know what, if anything interesting comes of it, you'll see some more. If nothing interesting came of it, probably won't even make the video. So yeah, for some reason I still have command power and I still have other stuff, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Rwanda is actually expanding, which is great. They joined the defensive pact. I don't actually know what that means fully, but I think it means they get some extra defense. I could try and demand recognition, so then they leave them alone. I mean, it looks like if I'm going to do it anywhere, it looks like Belgium is the place to be doing these uprisings, because I mean, you can see they're clearly not got enough to garrison their stuff, although they will begin to get troops down here, I guess, and fight back. But yeah, just having a little bit of fun. So yeah, just a little addendum to the end of the video. Maybe there'll be more if something interesting happens, but I doubt there will be. So yeah, see you in the next video.